This week, I'm at Las Llajas Trailhead and Chivo Canyon Trail. Chivo Canyon Trail and Las Llajas Trailhead are located in the Marr Ranch Open Space area of East Simi Valley, and over 1,000 acres of open space with trails and bike paths that go all through it for many, many miles. A short ways down the trail, it turns to dirt. So if you come out here, be prepared, bring yourself some water, and make sure you know where you're going. All of the roads out here are basically created as fire trails. This area has been known to burn quite a few times, and as a result, you need to be careful if you're out here. This area has some nice black-eyed Susans that are growing. I'm sure that's not the name, but that's what they look like. As you're walking down the trail, you'll come across a lot of dead trees that were killed in the fires. It just stands here now as a lonely skeleton, but they're not waste because they actually become habitat for many animals that live and survive in this area. If you come out here to walk, make sure you bring yourself water and some sun protection. Most of the trail is in full light, sunlight. But there are certain places, like this little spot in the trail, where trees converge and create a nice shady spot, which also creates a little bit different environment for the wildlife and such that's out here. 1 mile in is a very easy walk. There's really no elevation going up. It's a pretty easy trail to go through. At the 1 mile mark, you are surrounded by these sheer cliffs, and Chivo is the Spanish word for goat, and the early settlers thought the only grazing animals that could live here and survive would be goats, hence the name of the canyon. Spring is a great time to be out here because the wildflowers are blooming and the grasses are green. That'll fade in the near future as the dry weather kicks in. For me, the beauty of this park and this trail is the ever-changing views. You can just go a couple of 100 feet and the views change. This trail is very popular with hikers, so when you come out here, you will meet quite a few people enjoying the great outdoors. There is a spot where the arroyo transverses the trail, and the water runs across the road with a cement barrier put there to keep from eroding the road. There is evidence that the Chumash Indians have inhabited this area for 8,000 to 10,000 years. Many artifacts were found when the original settlers came here in the 1800s that showed that the Indians had lived here and prospered for quite some time. Their signs can be seen everywhere in different areas in some of the caves and such here. So this is a very historic area. This area is also very popular for bee farming and honey production. So if you come out here, don't get too close to fenced areas and don't go near the beehives because bees will sting to protect their area. Further up the trail, becomes a little more rocky and big boulders start to appear. Now most of the rocks here are sedimentary and they do have some fossils in them. If you look really close, sometimes you can find seashells or other things in the rocks. Although it's not real clear by the pictures, there is evidence in the rocks everywhere of seashells from the marine habitat that this originally was, which tells you that at one point this was underwater. Lizard is just taking his time sitting in the sun. He's not even scared of me, but he's looking for a bug for breakfast. At the 2 mile marker, the trail begins to narrow a little bit and you're getting further and further up into the hills. A little past the 2 mile mark, I'm actually going to turn around and go back. This is a very easy trail. Almost anybody can walk this. So when you feel up to it, come out here. Let me know what you think about this wonderful park and trail and all the nature that's out here. You can go on much further from here. There's tens of miles of trails out here. As I make my way back down the path back to my car, about a 2 mile hike, you can see some of the beautiful scenery that's here. So I hope you will take time to come out to this park and this trail and enjoy everything that's out here to see. You won't regret it, and you might even have a fantastic time. Chivo Canyon and Las Llajas Trailheads is located off of Evening Star, off of Yosemite in East Simi Valley. It is surrounded by the Silverthorne housing tract. Silverthorne, right off Yosemite Drive. Silverthorne is an area of upscale executive homes. So come out and enjoy this park, take a nice hike, and enjoy the beauty that's Southern California.